Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Uju TV. But before we begin, let this quote guide your reflection today. You don't need to fight every shadow, just keep shining. Please subscribe to our channel for more inspiring messages. Most times, your strongest battles are fought in silence. No words, no sins, just energy, right? You can feel the resistance, the envy, and the darkness around you. You don't have to fight it anyways, because when your light is strong, darkness can't touch you. It can only circle and fade, right? As human beings, when some certain things begin to happen around us, you have the urge to fight back, to give your energy to it, to give your peace away, right? But sometimes it's not worth it, because most people just come into your life to trigger you, to make you react. Remember, every energy you give out, everything you give out is an energy. Your anger is an energy. Your happiness is energy. It depends. Whatever you give. And energy vampires don't care. They just want energy out of you. They just want to hear something. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to react. They want you to feel angry. They want you to sit in anger. This does not mean that when people provoke you or when things happen that you're supposed to correct or stand up for yourself, you will keep quiet because you're scared of somebody feeding off your energy. That is not what I'm talking about. When things happen around you, you confront it, because if you don't, you're abandoning yourself. You're not doing the right thing. When things happen around you that needs to be confronted, confront it, but don't let it take away your peace. Don't go back and sit with it and start regretting and all of that. No. Right? And start feeling a certain way. That is when you are giving out your energy. You understand? But when things happen and you correct it, you let it go. Let it detach from it. That is why you are an observer in your own reality. So you don't sit with any energy that is sent towards you. If it's the one that you need to correct, you correct it, then you move on and forget about it. You walk away, then you let it go. You understand? And the ones that you feel you don't need to attend to, you just let it be. No question asked, no answer given. You owe nobody no explanation of any sort in making the decisions you have made or you will make. You understand? So that is it. Most times when you fight silently in your private time, because when you get to a certain level of understanding and knowledge of the universe and God and all of those, you understand that some certain battles are not fought by exchanging words and all of that. And even if you do exchange words, right, you should be able to understand that you are battling with principalities and powers, not human being, right? And because you know that these principalities and powers, they don't play. No, they don't, right? Because they will put it on that person, that vessel they are using to do every and anything in order to bring you down. That is how people will go to the extreme to do things to. So now, because you know that, right? If you don't know before, now you do. Because yes, you're protected. Yes, your light is shining bright, right? Yes, the spirit try and protect you. But just like you manifest, then you put up action in order to make that manifestation come to your physical reality, in your 3D reality, because this is where you are existing, right? You also, after fixing whatever it is physically with whoever that you need to iron it out with, right? You remember that you will go back and speak to the spirit realm in your own language, in your own understanding, the way you do it, depending on where you are coming from. It's not everybody that is religious. There are some people that are from different directions, right? However you do it, you go back, then you sit still, because they don't go and sit down. No, they go and they want to do more in secret, in silence. So you, because you know that, you go and counter it in secret and in silence too. That is the way it is done. You just don't go and sit down, because if you go and sit down, yes, they won't harm you because you are heavily protected, because your light shine bright, right? But as a human being, as a spirit living human experience, your human part have done that. Then as a spirit, you have to sit down and you do what spirits do. That is trying to do your prayers, your rituals, whatever you do, in order to protect yourself. You understand? Because remember, you are the God of your life. So today, I want you to understand that you are the creator of your own universe. You are the God of your own life, right? And whatsoever path you choose to follow, the universe supports you. So when you stay in your stillness and in your silent time, and you direct the spirits around you on how to work with you in order to achieve what you want to achieve. That is sitting in silence and fighting your battle. You have to take the lead. You don't just sit in silence without taking the lead. You fight in silence by having a pattern. You should have a system. You should have the things you do. If you're a Christian, you should be able to be fasting at least once a week. There must be something. If you're not a Christian, there are other things you are doing. You should be able to have a routine of how you do whatever you do for your own protection, because that is how you send a signal or a request to the spirit realm. This is my routine, this is how I do it, this is what I do in order to protect myself. Then the spirit realm helps you and gives you the aid and the support you need in order to be protected, in order to sit still and win your battles. You don't just win it with mouth or with no, you do something about it in this physical reality, as much as your spirit is strong and all of that. But in your stillness and in your private time, there must be a routine, there must be something that you will be doing. If not, you can't succeed, because these entities don't sit still and don't do anything. They do something, they put it on the person, the vessel that they are using, to do certain things in order to bring you down. Affirmation for today: my peace is my protection. I remain calm, centered, and unshaken by negativity. Thank you for joining me once again. And until next time on Uju TV, intentional silence is not weakness, but a sacred strength.